Right, time to read the news. Let's see what we got here. I heard there's some really cool stuff here. Yes, everybody's hearing talking about the announcement. Let's take a look right here, shall we? Whoa. Wow, it's happening, isn't it? Shit. The very football league that Vince McMahon had created, that crumbled after one season, that flopped after one season, is back. This is awesome. This is the XFL again, baby. Yes, I admit I was kind of a bit of a nostalgia trip right over there when I read the news here. But you gotta understand, I mean, the XFL was kind of a good league back in the day here. I remember the time where I saw Vince McMahon announcing that there's gonna be a new alternative football league that is edgy and we're less stodgy about the rules, etc. The XFL! A brand new alternative league where you could do awesome stuff where the NFL won't let you do. Yeah, it seems a little bit questionable at best. I mean, it was kind of a bit of a dumpster fire. Yeah, it was. It really was here. But I enjoyed it. It was good times, though. I remember the 8 XFL teams: the Los Angeles Extreme, the Memphis Maniacs, the Las Vegas Outlaws, the New York, New Jersey Hitmen, the Chicago Enforcers, the San Francisco Demons, the Orlando Rage, and the Birmingham Thunderbolts. Originally, they were the Birmingham Blast, but they changed the name because due to the very offensive history. Yeah, it was kind of awkward, but you get the idea. And I remember the time where the XFL players, the football players, could allow to have nicknames on the back of their jersey, especially Ron Smart's "He Hates Me." That was legendary. I remember that promo during a game where he said, "He hate me because I'm an outlaw. He hate me because I kick ass in the football field." I mean, that was badass. And let's not forget the hot, sexy cheerleaders of the XFL, which I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, they blew the NFL cheerleaders outside of the water. I mean, hey, I love football cheerleaders. They're hot. And the league, sadly, only lasted one season due to poor ratings, lack of football quality, and just people were looking at what the hell? Like wrestling with football? What the hell? Yeah, it was kind of tough. That was then. And this is right now. The XFL has officially been revived. And look at this logo right there. It looks awesome. That's right. In the article from ESPN, WWE founder and chairman Vince McMahon announced Thursday that he's giving a professional football league another go. It will be called the XFL, the same name of the league McMahon and NBC tried on for one season in 2001, but won't rely on flashy cheerleaders and antics as its predecessors did, he said. And that's good for them, though. They want to distance themselves from that gimmicky stuff right there. They want to distance themselves and want to make themselves a legitimate alternative for fans to enjoy here. Anyway, let's take a look right here. McMahon said that it will be a sole funding source for the league, which is slated to begin in January of 2020, which is good. They need some time to rebuild the infrastructure. Its first season will have 8 teams around the country playing at a 10-week schedule. The initial outlay of money is expected to be around $100 million, the same amount of WWE stock Vince McMahon sold last month and funneled into Alpha Entertainment, the company that he founded for the project. Quote, "I wanted to do this since the day we stopped the other one," Vince McMahon told ESPN in an exclusive interview. "A chance to do it with no partners, strictly funded by me, which would allow me to look in the mirror and say, you were the one who screwed this up, or you made this thing a success." And I'm glad that Vince McMahon is building a brand new alternative to the NFL right now, especially that he's reviving the XFL, but to make sure that it will have not the same things that really polarized many other football fans that were a part of their success here. I'm happy that we're going to have another alternative 2 years from now, considering that the NFL is at a decline. I mean, seriously, they are at a decline where ratings are falling. Despite that they're having guaranteed money from the TV deals, all of this stuff is hurting them, from the decline of ratings to the fuckery that is going on regarding the national anthem, which I personally think it's just a complete fuckery as far as I'm concerned. I mean, players are getting injured. There's no competitive balance here. There's not much quality going on here. Fantasy football teams are building up. Fantasy football businesses are building up at this point, while the NFL's ratings are going down at this point. It's, to me, honestly, it's kind of a bit of a very complicated problem when you look at it from a grand scheme of things here. And I'm glad that Vince McMahon is looking at this and make sure that, you know what, we're not going to do the same thing that the NFL does. We're going to make sure we're going to have a good alternative. We already learned from the mistakes that we did back in 2001 when we initially started it. And now we're going to make this freaking happen. Give the other players an opportunity that they couldn't even had in the NFL. Like, we're going to give them an alternative. We're going to give them an opportunity where you could play football and make a name for yourself, where the NFL wouldn't let you. Like most of them, like what they call them, scrubs, or like cast-offs or castaways that played in other leagues, like in the Canadian Football League, or haven't even played professional football in years. Now, this is the chance you'll have it. Starting in 2020, we are going to make this happen. Now, the first mistake they have to avoid is do not bash the NFL. Don't say like, LOL, NFL sucks here. Because otherwise that you're just going to alienate the football fans, that they're going to be very valuable to success. So make sure, like, just market it as, hey, we're a cool, edgy alternative to the NFL. We're just less dodgy about the rules, etc. Like, we're the ones that we're not going to insult your intelligence, you know, like say, like, not having your intelligence insulted, etc., etc. Number 2, make sure you find the markets that are very valuable to help you out with success. I mean, major markets, major cities that didn't even have any NFL to begin with. Like San Diego, I mean, they just lost the Chargers, so you can help them out. Or you probably help Oakland, like you probably help out some other teams. Like, you know, like certain cities that you might get something good out of it. That would be good. Again, like Oakland or San Diego or San Antonio or Memphis, or like some of the cities that didn't even have any professional football teams, if ever. Go for a target on those so you can have a good success afterwards. Or better yet, like find some new teams like in New York, LA, Chicago, or DC, like some of the other markets that can help you out. You know, like these major American city markets, like these big major American city markets. And then you can also like rely on small markets that didn't have any football there, etc. So that way it can be a success. Also, you gotta have like a bigger TV network, so that way it can be a big success. You can't just rely on the WWE network alone. Now, keep this in mind. This is all funded by Vince McMahon himself, by his company called Alpha Entertainment here. So, what are my thoughts again? This is great for football fans that are desperately need to find an alternative ever since the fuckery that is going on in the NFL that has been going on. Ratings are dwindling and poor competitive balance, and the fuckery that is going on with the national anthem, which I personally thought that it's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, like, what in the literal fuck? But I digress here. Like, this is a great move for Vince McMahon to help, and I hope this has become a big success in the future come 2020 when it starts here. So anyway, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and definitely subscribe. This is HDX signing out. Have a good one. Football!